fellas, today we are taking the last 7 decades in the NBA from the 1960s all the way to the current 2020s and placing them into a tournament on NBA 2K25 to see which team would win. The greatest players of all time going at it. This is about to be insane. So guys, let's get to the teams. So the 1960s will be the Golden State Warriors in the simulation tournament. They got Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Bob Cousy, Elgin Baylor, Jerry Lucas, Bob Pettit, Dolph Schayes, I think that's how you pronounced it, Jerry Westalogo, Willis Reed, and Richie Guerin. I limit to each team only to 10 players, so that will be the 1960s squad right there, and they will be the oldest team in the tournament. The 1970s will be the Milwaukee Bucks, led by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Then we got Walt Frazier, John Havlicek, Julius Erving, Bill Walton, Dave Cowens, Rick Barry, Bob McAdoo, Tiny Nate Archibald, and Pete Maravich. And it's hard picking only 10 players for each era. And another aspect that was difficult was having a player who played in both generations and choosing a team for them. We'll see that later on, but as we see the 1980s, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Karl Malone, Isaiah Thomas, and no, not the 2017 legend Isaiah Thomas from the Detroit Pistons, James Worthy, Dominique Wilkins, George Gervin, Moncrief, and Alex English. So this will be the squad that leads off for the 1980s. And man, this 80s team was tough. Larry Bird had a couple championships in there, as you see some of his stats. Now on to the 1990s, and every team is going to be tough to beat, but this 90s team in particular, led by Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Scottie Pippen, Karl Malone, John Stockton, David Robinson, Cloud Drexler, Patrick Ewing, Gary Payton, Penny Hardaway. This team is going to be a tough one to beat. And I did not include duplicates of any players. And as we see the 2000s, this one was interesting. So like LeBron James could be in the 2000s, but I did not let him be because he won his first championship in the 2010s. But anyways, we see Kobe, Shaq, Duncan, Garnett, Nowitzki. I put Dwayne Wade in there because he won a championship in 06. Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, Steve Nash, Paul Pierce. And this was by far the toughest decade to make teams for because I left out so many players, or I had to, like Tracy McGrady and some like Ray Allen even, for example. But now the 2010s, LeBron, Curry, Durant, Giannis, Westbrook, Leonard, Harden, Rose, Irving, Davis. This might be my favorite team. The teams I grew up watching, the plays I grew up watching, because I was born in 2001, but really didn't get into the NBA until the 2010s. And man, this could be the favorite. I mean, just Curry and LeBron, Durant, Giannis on the same team, and Prime Harden, oh my goodness. And now to the current 2020s, I mean, we're only halfway through the 2020s, so obviously this is going to change. However, these are the players, I didn't want to leave them out. SGA, Jokic, Tatum, Doncic, Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, Wembanyama, Jalen Brunson, Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown. I had to leave out a couple players as well for this, but this will be the team for the current 2020s. And now that we see the teams, we got to figure out who they will play in the matchup, so we're going to use a random wheel to figure that out. So we're going to use this random wheel to determine the matchups in this 7-team tournament, because that means one team will get a bye, and we're going to start off with that team. Who will get the bye in this tournament? It will be the 1960s, the oldest team. So as you see, they will have that first round bye. And I think this is just a fun way of getting the matchups for this tournament instead of just picking them myself. So let's see the next matchup. This team will be the 1980s. So this is a team with Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and they will go against the next team that is selected by this wheel. So let's see what team it's going to be. Here we go. This should be an interesting matchup. I mean, all these matchups are going to be interesting. It's the 2020s. So how about that? A 40-year difference in between players and age. That should be great. I mean, every player is going to be in their prime, so we're going to see who's the best of the best in these generations. And now as we go to the bottom of the bracket, here's our next matchup. It will be the 2010s. So LeBron James, Curry, Durant, Giannis, Harden, they will be going against, as we spin this wheel, only 3 teams left. The 2000s, what a matchup that's going to be. Kobe Bryant, Shaq against LeBron James, Stephen Curry. It is just crazy that one of those teams will be eliminated in the first round. So that means the only teams left will be the 1990s versus the 1970s. And now we have our full bracket. Here is the official bracket. The 1960s obviously got that first round bye, but this is going to be insane. As you see, the logos of the teams that these guys will be playing for are on the left next to the team name. Anyways, fellas, best of 7 series for every single one of these matchups until we find a champion. Which generation or which decade will be the best? Well, we'll find out here on this live 2K simulation. So without further ado, fellas, comment down below your predictions. Which team do you have winning? As we'll begin here in the first round. Fellas, this is about to be madness. So sit down, sit back, relax, and let's begin this tournament. Here we go. We begin this first round with a Game 6 in Boston. It is the 2020s current team against the 1980s. 1980s are down 3-2 in the series. Bird against Edwards. What a matchup this is. Larry Bird ties it up at 98. And can this Celtics team, aka the 80s, come back and force a Game 7? And can this 2020 team led by Shea, Jokic, and Tatum close it out on a 6? Guys, would this be an upset the 2020 teams win, or would it not be an upset? Let me know down below. Here is Tatum. Tatum going for the lead. Won't go. Surprised they didn't go to Jokic or Shea right there. Tatum going against his former team in this simulation, actually his current team. He never led the Celtics. Here we go though. It's Isaiah Thomas, the old Isaiah Thomas. Dominique Wilkins misses a 3. It was a good look. And how about Luka Doncic right there, stepping up, getting a great contest. And now Tatum the other way pulls in. What are you doing? Jokic gets the rebound, but no, it's tipped away to Boston. Here come the 80s on the break. 30 seconds, still a tie game, and it's stolen by Edwards. What action we got in Game 6? Edwards, Luka, shot clock at 18, in the paint, Shea! And just like that, the 2020s have a 2-point lead. Timeout, 80s. It was Luka to Shea for the lead. And can this 1980s team force overtime or win it with a 3? Ball in the hands of Isaiah Thomas. SGA will defend. Screen from Mikal. They're looking to get a pin down and maybe Bird or Wilkins, but right now it's Thomas. Oh, it's blocked by SGA. Doing it on both ends. The MVP sends the 2020s on the next round, beating the 80s in 6. Larry Bird did all he could, 29, 12, and 7. It just wasn't enough. Kevin McHale had 19 points, but for the 2020s team, it was SGA with the game-winning block and the game winner. Doncic had a great game. Jokic led the way. Tatum, Edwards did great. I mean, Shea was 5th in scoring, but they ended up getting it done. Donovan Mitchell had 10 as well. Jaylen Brown only 3. And now the matchup between the 1970s and 90s. We'll go to the 1990s, a big-time victory here on the road, and then we'll win in 6 games. So how about this? Here in the first round, no games or series under 5. It's all been Game 6 and even Game 7s as the Bulls in the 90s will get it done. And for the 70s, John Havlicek had the best game. I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had 16. He should have had more. And Bob McAdoo, I mean, an MVP only playing 4 minutes with 0 points. It just is not good. And Karl Malone, 34 points. It wasn't even Jordan who led the way, even though Jordan had 5 steals. But anyways, guys, this 90s team is headed on to the next round. Game 7 in Los Angeles. It is the 2000s versus the 2010s. This is the close-up matchup between generations here. As LeBron to Curry. Bang! The 3 is down and good. In the 2010s have a 2-point lead. In the Heat, that's their first lead, so they must have been down big time in this game. And now here come the 2000s. It is Iverson to Shaquille O'Neal over Davis, and we are tied. I mean, both these teams meeting here in the first round, and arguably these two teams could be considered the best in this tournament. And right now, one of them will go home. 1:25. Here is John Antetokounmpo. Paul Pierce will defend. Look at the defense from Pierce. Antetokounmpo has nothing. He might have to give it up. The spin move lost it. Now goes to LeBron. Steps into his shot. Off the glass, it's in. And LeBron James gives him a lead. He's got 28. LeBron James and Stephen Curry on the same team is overpowered. As here comes Kobe. Now to Iverson. Curry will defend. They want to go to Shaquille O'Neal in the paint. Davis defends. Shaq, the quick jumper, it's off the mark. Anthony Davis with some great defense. And can the 2010s extend on their 2-point lead. Here is Curry, just made 3 a moment ago. Now it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. To Davis! Oh, he missed the alley-oop. Here come the 2000s on the break. How did he miss it? It's Paul Pierce. Pierce in the paint. He's got it. The truth. The captain. And we are tied. What a game this has turned into. 40 seconds. And now here comes the Greek Freak. He's not been able to get anything. Paul Pierce is doing wonders on both ends of the floor. Antetokounmpo wants to give it up. It's LeBron James with it. LeBron James driving. LeBron in the paint. Now goes to Davis, his former teammate. Davis missed it. Shaq the rebound. The 2000s with the rebound. And they can feel the momentum. I mean, do they go to Kobe, Shaq, or will it be Paul Pierce? Right now it's Allen Iverson with the ball. A game clock, shot clock separated about 1 second. They got Shaq in the paint. Iverson goes to him. Will the 2010s double? No, they got AD getting a defensive stop. Can he get it? Shaq in the paint, nothing there. Oh, they call a foul. A bailout call, but maybe not horrible because of Shaq's free throw woes. But all Shaq has to do is to make 1 free throw with 2.6 seconds. In the 2010s, they have 1 timeout remaining, bud. Pressure free throws for Shaq. He's known not to be a good free throw shooter. And and the first one is off, and you can see the Lakers fans' reaction. The 2000s fans not too happy about that, but Shaquille O'Neal can get redemption. Can he just rattle it in, or even bank it in? Just go through the hoop and give the 2000s the lead. Can Shaq do it? The biggest free throw of his career. It's in! Timeout 2010s with 2.6, and they're down by 1 point. Here we go. The 2010s looking to win it. Inbound goes to Curry. Curry against Iverson. Shoots it. It's off. And the 2000s win the series in 7. What a game. What a battle. And honestly, I thought the 2010s were maybe going to win this simulation at the beginning of the video, but they will get first rounded by this hard-fought, tough team. And we didn't see him much towards the end of the game, but Vince Carter actually led the team in points with 27. That was surprising. Shaq, Kobe, they did their thing. And guys, how about this? Paul Pierce only played 2 minutes. He came in the clutch, and he had his only shot go in, and it was the biggest shot of the game. That layup there with the left hand. And then we look at the other team, the 2010s heartbreaker. I thought they were going to win it, but LeBron James did his thing. Curry did his thing. They just needed more help, I feel like. I mean, it wasn't a bad game for the rest of the guys, but just wasn't enough. Surprised it went out in the first round. And so now we enter the second round. The 1960s versus the 2020s, and the 2000s versus the 1990s. Man, that was a fun first round. Some crazy matchups, some crazy finishes, and 4 teams remain. I think the biggest surprise is that 2010s team went down in game 7. Then again, they went up against a juggernaut. But anyways, fellas, we are now going to simulate the semifinals here in Halftime Productions. Which 2 teams will advance to the championship series? We'll sit down, sit back, relax, and let's continue here on 2Cat. Let's go. About 60 to 70 years in between these 2 teams. I mean, the generations, the farthest apart in the simulation. The 60s versus the 2020s, and the 2020s will win the series in 6. Unbelievable, guys. I mean, I don't know if this was a huge upset, but the 1960s with Wilt Chamberlain will go down here as this 2020s team is headed to the NBA Championship Series in this simulation. And as we look at the box score, I mean, Elgin Baylor led the way for the 1960s, but it just wasn't enough. Jerry West struggled, some of the other guys struggled, and now we're on to our second game 7 of this tournament, and it's back-to-back game 7 for the 2000s. They're going against the 1990s. 2-point game. Here is the game in the paint. Now it's taken out to Scottie Pippen. The Bulls, aka the 90s, down by 2. Jordan, not known for his 3-point shooting, missed it. In the 2000s with the rebound, looking to extend their lead. They swing it up the court. Now it's in the paint. Now they kick it to Dirk Nowitzki. It's their first time getting a look at him. Now it's Jordan versus Kobe. Fans rise to their feet. What a matchup this is. 2 of the greatest of all time. Kobe taking Jordan to the cup and scores. 2000s up by 4. Kobe with 24. That was legendary right there. I mean, oh my goodness. And now here come the 2000s up by 4. It is the 1990s trying to get back in this game. Hakeem the Dream with the dream shake over Shaq. Cuts it to a 2-point game, 40 seconds. Man, did they need that. The 90s are going to need a big time stop. And once again, Kobe against MJ, 23 versus 24. Kobe, nothing there, sticking to Shaq. Now they swing it, stolen by Pippen. Scottie on the break, no one in front. And a foul from the defense. Good foul from Carter, making Scottie Pippen have to earn these free throws and a chance to tie the game. Pippen has 16 points after that free throw. And now this is to tie the game here with 25 seconds. 2 big free throws. He's strong on both. Clutch. Timeout the 2000s Lakers. And here we go. A chance to give them the lead. What will they do? Who will they go to? Right now it's Kobe with the ball. He's been great so far in this game. Jordan will defend. Will the Bulls let him go one-on-one or give a help double team? Right now it's Kobe with it. Shot clock down to 9. Game clock down to 10. Bryant trying to go right. Jordan in his face. Look at the defense from MJ. Kobe up another. It's in. The Lakers score in the 2000s, up by 2 with 4.8. Timeout the 90s, and the game will come down to this. The 90s looking to tie and go for the win. Here they go. It's Olajuwon for overtime. He missed it. Shaq the rebound, and the 2000s are going to the championship series as they will defeat the 90s here in 7. What a finish. Kobe, Bryant, and Shaq. What a duo they still even are. Michael Jordan in the 90s did everything he could. He had 28, Hakeem had 22, Pippen had 17. I mean, it just wasn't enough. and that's back-to-back Game 7 wins for the 2000s. Kobe with the game winner, he had 26 points on the night. Vince Carter had also a big game, Iverson 22. And so this 17 decades tournament comes down to two teams, the 2020s against the 2000s. How about this? We got two teams in the last 25 years, and this is going to be good, guys. Some great matchups here. Shaq versus Jokic, Kobe versus Tatum. Anyways, fellas, we're gonna simulate this best of 7 series here on 2K to see which team takes home the championship. 2020s, 2000s, up next. Fellas, let's go. We got a game 6 where the 2020s have a series lead, but we are tied at 105. Can the 2000s force a game 7 where they've only been in game 7s as it's stolen? SGA, the MVP of the current day NBA, with the steal in the bucket. The 2020s under 2 minutes away from winning this series and for making a case of them being the best generation of all time in the NBA. A minute and 48. This is nothing new for Kobe, Iverson, Shaq, and the Lakers being down by 2 here in game 6. Looking for 7. Iverson missed it. SGA the defense. Rebound Jokic. I mean, SGA has put the clamps on teams in this tournament simulation. Remember in the first series, he won with a block as he throws it away. Kobe the steal on the break. Shaquille O'Neal coast to coast. A one-man wrecking ball. Nobody can defend that. Prime Shaq is unbelievable. The pass from Kobe and the 2000 squad knocks it up by 107. We are tied again. SGA behind the back, working on Iverson, gets in the paint, and they're going to call a foul, sending SGA to the free throw line. I am just surprised how well this 2020s team is competing with all these great players and great teams. And now SGA has 21 points, 7 assists. He gives them a 1-point lead. And look at this, Jaylen Brown is checking in for the 2020s. So here is SGA. The free throw is good as well. And also Donovan Mitchell. So they took out Luka Doncic, maybe for defensive purposes. That's interesting. So they're going to be playing without Luka right now. As here comes Iverson. Iverson hop step, pump fake, blocked by SGA. Ball on the floor. Kobe and Jokic going at it. Jump ball here. And look at this. Kobe and Jokic, they're getting into it. I don't think anybody expected those two players to be going at each other here in a series. But right now, you can't expect anything else because this is a game 6 of the championship series. So we got the Mamba versus the Joker in a jump ball. It's a huge one. And Kobe wins it. The shorter player, I mean the Mamba mentality. Iverson and 1. Talk about a change of momentum. Jokic had a chance to get the ball back up by 2, but he lost a jump ball to Kobe, and then Iverson gets an and 1. He misses the free throw though. We are still tied. I mean, what a battle this has become. SGA now with it. SGA the drive. Kobe will defend. SGA in the paint, nothing there. Has to take it back out. I mean, look at the defense from Kobe Bryant. SGA forces one up. No good. The Mamba the rebound. 43 seconds. Kobe is turning into the Mamba. Now he goes to KG. A tough shot. And it's off the mark. I mean, just not a good shot there from Garnett. And now here come the 2020s on the break. It's Jaylen Brown, the 2024 Finals MVP, to his teammate Tatum, who doesn't get fouled. And he missed it. Kevin Garnett the rebound. Here come the 2000s. A chance to take the lead in a first of series 7. It's Allen Iverson. He likes this matchup. Tatum will defend. 4-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The 2000s looking to strike here. It is Iverson to drive. Iverson missed the bunny. Rebound Jokic. 6 seconds. Here come the 2020s. A chance to win it all. They swing it to SGA. SGA crossover on Iverson. Bang! Oh my goodness, what point 2? It's over. Iverson won't get it off. And the 2020s win the series and the tournament. Unbelievable. Guys, be honest, who predicted the 2020s team to win this tournament at the beginning of the video? Unbelievable. SGA the game winner on a crazy end of the game. I mean, the 2000s should have went to Kobe right there. He won the series before in game 7. I thought they were about to force a game 7, but they fall in 6 games. And Jokic is your Finals MVP for the 2020s. One of my favorite simulations of all time. Here is the final bracket. The 2020s beat the 2006 to win this simulation. Guys, I want to see your reactions and comments down below. You were all the GOATs. I literally read every single one of your comments. This video was so much fun. I appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching, fellas. I'll see you in the next 2K simulation as it's Halftime Productions. And we out for today.